Welcome to Geek Buzz. I'm Nixie Pixel, here to talk about nerdy stuff that tickles my neurotransmitters, like learning how to do a two-person Winston draft with Nick from GameBurglars.
Hello, hi. Yeah, so this is my personal favorite way to play Magic, but
because you only have one other friend.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
okay.
I mean, like trying to wrangle 6 to 8 people to play Magic with you is not always practical, right? So this is a way to just do it with 2 people, and you only need 2 people's worth of boosters, right?
Again.
Yeah, just do it more smoothly.
This is my first Magic thing on my channel out of like 170 videos.
We gotta make it look good. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so basically, you know how in a normal draft, you everyone gets 3 boosters and you tear into them and you. So this is
drafting is my favorite.
Yeah, drafting is the best because it's like an even playing field, right?
More skill.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about who can afford to buy the best deck or copy the best deck idea off the internet or whatever. So this is a way of drafting where you just kind of make a pile of 6 boosters with the cards. So I guess we'll tear into them, we'll make a fat stack of them face down, and then I'll show you what we do from there. So you are ready to tear into these? This is the best part.
Here.
It's the most fun.
Hey, wait.
It's harder, you know? I feel like they've made them sturdier over the years.
That's my excuse.
Cool.
Aww. That just happened.
So
Where are the junk cards?
Oh, you can't look at them yet. Nope, cheating. No.
See,
all right,
that's the number one thing not to do at a draft.
Right. Yeah. So this is weird because
you will get smacked.
It feels weird though to open a booster and then not look at the contents, right? We'll get there though. I swear to God. So go ahead and take the top 2. What is happening here?
It's just like the.
Yeah.
No,
so
it's just like
this
the
one right here is a land. We throw that away, and the tokens, and then we just make a pile of all the contents here. So
that's easy.
Yeah.
Not as satisfying, I'll have to admit to that.
Right, yeah, it's not it would be more fun to just open them up and just make it rain a little bit.
Make it rain. We can make it collectively rain, like organized rain.
I feel like making it rain is usually a solo activity. I was thinking more like a, I think that's a foil, so we need that, but just a little bit of that, like hunnids. Hunnids.
Done.
You got the,
we'll speed this up maybe.
Right, yeah.
Just so people, really need to see us open.
No, maybe not.
Deck.
All right, so here's our pile of just cards that we're gonna actually draft. And how it works is this: you make 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. What I do is I look at the card in pile number 1 and decide if I want it or not. This card, obviously I do want, so I will go ahead and keep it and add it to my pile. And you'll see why later, I'm sure. So this is the new pile number 1. There's 1 card in it. So what you do is you look at that card and decide if you want it or not.
See, this is tough because you never know.
Right, especially early on.
What if you don't want it? I don't want it.
Well, that's the cool thing is that you're going to end up with a lot of cards you're not going to play with. Yeah. There's a lot of leeway in this format. So you can end up if you end up with a bunch of red cards and you only end up playing red, it's cool. It'll work out. So you do want to keep it?
I will keep it.
All right, so that gets replaced, and I'll look at this one. So I do not want this. So I set it back down and I take one off the top here.
Okay.
Now this pile has 2 cards in it.
All right.
I'll look at pile number 2 here. I'll keep that. So now you get to look at pile 1 and there are 2 cards in it.
All right.
And how it works is you either keep them both or set it down and add another one to the top. So do you want those 2 cards?
Yes.
Cool. So you add.
It totally goes with my first card, so that's what's up.
That's a good fit. So now there's 1 here. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's see. I don't want that. And I don't want that.
So is this how we go through in the entire thing?
Totally. So
okay, so we want to go through it one more time. Slower, as if I was a child.
Gotcha. I'll go ahead and look at pile number 1 here. I don't like that. It's really without giving away too much to you, there's some pretty specific circumstances.
That's okay. I'll still win, so
we'll
feel
see.
Free.
So add another card to pile 1 here. Look at this. That's just straight up not the color that I plan on playing with, so I'll set that down.
How many colors should you do in a...
2 or 3.
Okay.
2 or 3 is generally the going thing. That's cool, but I feel like this is only good in standard. It requires some really specific stuff too. So I'll set that down. And if you don't want anything out of the 3 piles, what you do is you just take one off the top.
Okay.
Whether or not that pays off, it's a big risk because you're just getting 1 card and you have to deal with it. Luckily, I like this card. It's like a weird giant growth thing.
It's a giant growth thing.
Well,
like an overrun thing.
to magic.
Like,
Well, actually, I don't want
something
to.
like that?
Let you know. But
Okay.
so you can go ahead and look at pile 1 again. See if you
Okay.
want those 2 cards. So what's
so let's do step by step. So here's what we did. We had
Yeah.
3 piles.
you look at pile 1,
'Kay.
and if you keep it, you replace it, and there's 1 card in pile 1. If you don't keep it, you move on to pile 2, and you add 1 to the top. So basically, what's happening is like neither of us wanted 1 card, so now there's another card in that pile, and it kind of incentivizes you to take the stack, right? The more stuff there is, the more likely you are to take it.
Yeah.
Whereas if we were just trying to do this draft like a normal draft with 2 people and just passing boosters back and forth, like we would know what the other person was playing completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would end up spending the last half of the pack just picking cards that aren't even in our colors. It'd be a waste of time. So this is my favorite way to do this, at least.
So when I draft, I only like to do 2 colors because frankly, if I do 3 colors, it ends up being like a smattering of 1 color, and then I don't get my mana like
You don't get what you
set
want.
up, and so
But there's no downside to taking one you don't want.
that's true.
So go ahead and keep it. If there's 1 card you
You
like,
end up okay.
it's worth it.
All
And so
right.
now there's 1 in pile 1. So I'll go ahead and look at this. Nah, I refuse to play that color today. I don't know why. It's just I'm not in the mood for it. What are you? Either way, I still don't want these. So see how there's now 3 cards in this pile?
Yes.
So when you get to this, you could end up potentially with 3 cards, maybe
Okay.
even ones that you want.
So assumedly, this would go faster and faster if
Yeah.
the person actually knew what they were.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's definitely faster than a normal draft, I think.
All right.
Whatever, I'll just keep these 2.
So we could fast forward and play Ravnica.
That's true.
We could do that.
We could save everyone a lot of time and just get to the
All right.
playing part.
Shoo. You should love them.
I'm cool on llamas.
Llamas
I
or
don't hate 'em.
alpacas? Llamas? Happy llama?
I'm gonna say alpaca.
Sad llama.
Alpacas. Is that the wrong? All right.
Okay. So we built our decks,
Yep,
and
that's
mine
correct.
will shamelessly beat yours,
All right.
potentially, but there's only one way to find out, and
I
that's
guess
for
so.
you guys to stay tuned when we go through the Ravnica decks, and not exactly sure when that is, but
Someday.
until next time, give the llama and not alpaca some love, and
Don't.
subscribe.
What?
There's a button up there, just pretend it exists.
I don't see anything.
And I will talk nerdy to you later.
All right.
I will sissy fight you right now.
That's what Are you happy with that?
Ah!
When you pick up a couple cards and they're all just right in your wheelhouse. What?
Just wish you had like really reflective lenses.
So you can see yourself scowl?
No, so I can see your card colors.
Oh, yeah, no, I specifically got no, I'm just kidding.